Hello everybody and welcome to this new video on personal growth. The topic I have chosen today is the law of karma. The law of karma is a universal spiritual law which is governing the lives of human beings on earth. What does the law of karma state? It states that whatever actions you undertake, you will reap the corresponding fruits. Now, fruits can be either sweet or bitter. Everybody knows that. So good actions will give you good fruits, the sweet fruits, and bad actions will give you the sour fruits. When we refer to good fruits spiritually, we mean to say all the good aspects of life which we enjoy during our birth on earth. And of course, when we refer to the negative fruits, the sour fruits which we come across in our lives, we are referring to all the sufferings that come up across our lives. Now, it is very important for you to understand that actions predetermine our karmas. But before acting, there is a very important process that you carry out. And that is thinking. There are, of course, actions which you do which do not require thinking because it is automatic. But these are quite few. But the rest of the actions, there are thoughts which are attached to it. So then we can reword the law of karma and state that positive thoughts will give you good fruits and negative thoughts will give you negative fruits. On average, a human being emits about 12,000 thoughts per day. 12,000 thoughts per day. Now, I'll leave this to your imagination to try to think and understand how many good thoughts and bad thoughts you emit in a day. Thoughts, when they are emitted, they are recorded in our souls. When these thoughts are recorded in our souls, it records both the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts. And when you die, since the body is temporary, but the soul is eternal, that soul carries with it the registration, the record of all your positive and negative thoughts. And when the time comes for you to acquire a new body, let's say it's a human body for the moment, so that soul is inside a new body with all its intelligence, with all its recordings of what that person did in its previous life in terms of good actions and in terms of bad actions. This is karma in action. Then little by little, what will happen? You will reap the good fruits of your actions and you will reap also the fruits of your bad actions of your previous life. It is not necessary that whatever you think and you act, you reap the fruit immediately in this life. Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes it takes time to become a tree or a fruit. Basically, you have to view a thought as a seed which has the potential to become a shrub, a small plant, or a huge tree. So the more intense the thought, the bigger it grows. The potential of the fruit is bigger when the intensity of the thought is bigger. So we keep thinking every day during our whole lifetime, and we correspondingly reap those fruits either in this life or in the coming lives. This is taught in almost all religions. But it is true also that it is not necessary that you acquire only a human body birth after birth. There is the possibility of you to go into the plant world and also to go into the animal world. You don't think about this, but this is written in the scriptures. Now there are 8,400,000 species of plants, animals, and human beings. Among these, there are about 400,000 species of human beings, and the rest are animals and plants. Now you will appreciate that an animal life and a plant life is a lower form of life, whereas a human life is a higher, superior form of life. We say that human beings are made in the image of God. And like I said in a previous session, this human life is a big opportunity to get out of the cycle of birth and death. To be able to do this, to catalyze your personal growth, you have to understand the law of karma. So when you are born, you have effectively in your soul a percentage of negative karma and a percentage of positive karma. The percentage of positive karma will determine the number of good things that will happen in your life, and the percentage of negative karma will determine the number of sufferings through which you will have to go through. To make it simple, a person born with 10% of negative karma will suffer a little bit, whereas a person born with 90% of negative karma will have huge sufferings in his life. This is logical. So that is how karma functions. And God has made it in such a way that we are all responsible for our own karma. You should not blame your mother-in-law, your husband, your wife, your neighbors, your partners for your negative karma. If you seriously want to blame yourself. And this is the truth. This is the bitter truth. Blame only yourself, because it is you who act. Whether you act under pressure, whether you act in frustration, whether you act in joy, whether you act in anger, it is only you, nobody else. So the question obviously arises, what do I do with this law of karma? How will I make use of it? And the answer is quite simple. You have to become a good human being. A good human being will only have positive actions. A good human being will not hurt other people, will not hurt animals, will not hurt plants. You can also purify your soul from those negative karmas and actions by fasting. Now in the Hindu religion, there is a beautiful fasting called Ekadashi fasting, which we do for Lord Vishnu. And this Ekadashi fasting has the merit of cleansing your negative karma. When you have practiced this fasting for several years, you will notice huge changes in your personal life. But of course, on one hand, you cannot perform fasting to cleanse your soul, and on the other hand, you are still thinking badly and acting badly. The process will not be effective. Now, another subtle information about karma is that it is not only action that must be well looked after. You need to also cater for your thoughts. Because before acting, there is a thought. Of course, there are many actions we do which are automatic, which do not require thinking. But those actions which need thought, you will agree with me that you will need to control your thoughts as well. And this is the beauty of the law of karma, which I will explain to you right now. You need also to control your thoughts. Good thoughts give good fruits, bad thoughts give bad fruits. Now, if we go deeper, thoughts either they remain materialized or unmaterialized. But unfortunately, even if thought, if it is negative and you have not materialized it into action, it has already started the process of karma. So you will reap your corresponding fruits for that. And a human being emits on an average 12,000 thoughts in a day. Of course, there are repetition of the same thoughts. And when you repeat the thought, the intensity arises. So how do I control my thoughts? It is by remaining calm. Do not react to everything that comes to you every day. Try to remain calm. Don't be impulsive. The mind is more powerful when there are fewer thoughts inside of it. And it is well known that overthinking will ruin your health because you will suffer from psychological and also psychiatric disorders. Too much thought, too many thoughts will give you restlessness, insomnia. You shall not be able to sleep properly. So why think all that much? Think only when you have to think. When there is no need to think, stop thinking. Easier said than done, isn't it? All this comes through years and years of practice of self-control, of meditation, of spiritual practices. Now, lastly, before ending, I will tell you to imagine that every thought you emit from your mind is like a seed of potential negative karma and a seed of potential negative karma. That's how you must view it. And then you will understand that the seed can either become either a small plant, a shrub, or a huge tree. When you are aware of this, I'm sure you will control your thoughts, and correspondingly your actions also will be controlled. Then you will be successful in cleansing your soul from your negative karmas, and you will be expected to have a better life next birth. So this is how it happens. So as from today, try to control your thoughts, be less impulsive, and in several years' time, with consistency, you will surely reap all the benefits